It's hard to forget the night of 22nd May 2017. Ariana Grande had just finished a concert at the Manchester Arena, and the air was buzzing with the excitement of thousands of fans, many of them kids and teenagers heading for the exits. But in the middle of all that joy, a terrorist attack happened, and 22 innocent people lost their lives. One of them was a 29-year-old man named Martyn. He was full of life, loved music, and was just there to have a good time like everyone else. His death, and the deaths of all the victims, left a massive hole in the hearts of their families and the entire country. Martyn's mum, Figan Murray, turned her grief into a powerful campaign for change. She looked at what happened that night and saw that there were gaps in security, moments where things could have been done differently and lives might have been saved. She believed that venues, the places we go to have fun, to shop, to eat and to gather, should have a proper legal duty to keep us safe from terrorism. It shouldn't be optional, it should be a rule. She travelled across the country, she spoke to politicians, and she never gave up on her mission to make sure no other family has to go through what she did. Her tireless work led directly to the creation of a new law, named in her son's honour, Martyn's Law. Officially, it's called the Terrorism Protection of Premises Bill. It received Royal Assent in early 2025 and will come into effect in 2026. This isn't just another piece of paperwork, it's a promise. It's a promise to Martyn, to the other 21 victims, and to every single person in the UK that when we go out, there are proper plans in place to protect us. The law was created because a heartbreaking tragedy showed us that we needed to do more, and it exists to make sure we are all better prepared for the worst. So, what does this mean for you if you work in a restaurant, a theatre, a shop, or any place where the public gathers? It means that safety is now a bigger and more official part of your job. It's not about scaring people, it's about empowering them. It's about making sure that everyone, from the manager to the newest team member, knows what to do if a major incident happens. Martyn's Law is here to create a new standard of security, making simple life-saving measures a part of everyday life in our public spaces, so we can all feel safer when we're out and about. Martyn's Law isn't a one-size-fits-all set of rules. It understands that a small local cafe is very different from a huge football stadium. To make things fair and practical, the law is broken down into two main levels, or tiers, based on the number of people a place can hold. It's important to know which tier your workplace falls into, because that decides what you legally need to do. The first level is called the standard tier. This applies to most smaller to medium-sized venues like restaurants, high street shops, and local theatres that have a capacity for between 200 and 799 people. If you work in a standard tier venue, the focus is on being prepared without needing lots of expensive security gear. The law says you must take reasonably practicable steps. This means doing what is sensible and possible for a venue of your size. The main requirement is to have basic safety procedures in place. Think about simple things. Do you know all the fire exits? Is there a plan for how to get customers out quickly and safely in an emergency? Your employer needs to make sure this information is available and that staff are aware of it so everyone knows what to do in a crisis. The second level is the enhanced tier. This is for larger venues and events where 800 or more people are expected. This could be a big concert hall, a major shopping centre, a sports stadium, or a large festival. Because these places have so many people, the risks are higher, so the rules are stricter. For these venues, it's not enough to just have a basic plan. They need to do a lot more to show they are prepared. This involves carrying out a formal terrorism risk assessment to figure out where the dangers might be and how to deal with them. For enhanced tier venues, the safety plan has to be written down in detail. This document should cover everything from how staff will monitor the area for suspicious activity to what physical security measures are in place, like CCTV cameras, bag checks, or security barriers. They also have a clear duty to make sure there's a good plan for what to do during an attack, and to coordinate with local police. For staff in these bigger venues, this means you'll likely receive more detailed training and be a part of regular drills to practice these emergency procedures. So, what does this all mean for your day-to-day job? Whether you're in a standard or enhanced tier venue, your role is crucial. The first step for any venue owner or manager is to carry out a risk assessment. This just means thinking carefully about your specific location. Where are the entrances and exits? Are there any spots that are hidden from view? What kind of incidents could happen here? And what would be the impact? For a restaurant, this might involve thinking about the front door and the back delivery entrance. For a theatre, it might be the lobby, the auditorium, and the backstage areas. Everyone on the team can help by pointing out things they notice. Once you've thought about the risks, the next step is to make a plan. This doesn't have to be complicated, especially for standard tier venues. It's about having clear, simple instructions for what to do. For example, what's the procedure for an emergency evacuation? Who is responsible for calling the police? Where is the safest place for staff and customers to go? The government encourages a run, hide, tell approach. If you can get away, run to safety. If you can't, hide somewhere secure and stay quiet. When it's safe, tell the police. Your venue's plan should be built around these simple ideas. Training is probably the most important part of Martyn's Law. A plan is useless if no one knows about it. Your employer must make sure you understand the safety procedures for your workplace. This might be part of your induction when you first start, or through regular team meetings and refresher courses. It could be as simple as your manager walking you through the evacuation routes or showing you where the first aid kit is kept. For those in larger venues, the training will be more in-depth, covering how to spot suspicious behavior and how to communicate effectively during a crisis. Finally, communication is key. This means talking to each other as a team and knowing how to get information from the authorities. Your venue should have clear lines of communication with the local police. It also means keeping your customers informed. In an emergency, clear and calm instructions can save lives. Knowing what to say and how to say it is a vital skill. By taking these practical steps, assessing risks, making a plan, getting trained, and communicating well, you're not just following the law, you are becoming an active part of keeping your community safe. Following Martyn's Law is not optional, it's a legal requirement. The government has put a serious system in place to make sure that venues are taking their responsibilities seriously. The Security Industry Authority, or SIA, is the official regulator. Their job is to check that businesses are compliant. Think of them like food safety inspectors, but for security. They have the power to visit venues to carry out inspections and make sure the right safety measures are in place. Their main goal is to help and guide businesses, but they will take action if rules are being ignored. The penalties for not complying with Martyn's Law are significant, and they depend on which tier your venue is in. For a standard tier venue, failing to have the basic procedures in place can result in a fine of up to £10,000. For the larger enhanced tier venues, the fines are much higher, up to £18 million. These figures are designed to send a clear message that public safety is a top priority. In the most serious cases, where a venue repeatedly fails to follow the rules, directors could even face criminal charges. And the SIA has the power to restrict a venue's operations or even shut it down completely. It might all sound a bit daunting, but there is a lot of help and support available to make sure you and your employer can get it right. You don't have to become a counter-terrorism expert overnight. The government has created a dedicated online platform called Protect UK. It's a fantastic resource packed with free information, guidance, and training tools. You can find everything from simple checklists to e-learning courses that you can complete on your phone or computer. It's designed for everyone, no matter how big or small your workplace is. The best thing you can do is be proactive. Talk to your manager about Martyn's Law and ask what training is available. Take a look at the Protect UK website and familiarize yourself with the Run, Hide, Tell guidance. The ACT, or Action Counters Terrorism Awareness e-learning course, is a great place to start and only takes about 45 minutes to complete. By taking these small steps, you are not only helping your workplace stay on the right side of the law, but you're also gaining valuable skills that could one day protect you, your colleagues, and your customers. It's about being prepared, not scared.